Good to be back. I hope you didn't miss me. I wasn't gone too long. Yeah, so we're back. We got the coffee, everyone. We're sipping on the early coffee. I guess you could say it's still morning where I am, 10:45 in the morning. How are you doing? Get your mug out. Let's get the sipping. Excuse me, ruined and rancid. Horror franchise. I need to spell franchise right. Spelled with an S. Is there an S? I don't give a shit. Franchise that killed the slasher. No one watches anyways in this goofy face. Let's put up the poll. Well, gotta say Paul first. I just want to know this from the audience, the real audience today, okay? It is Saturday. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I just want to know this. We'll put it in red. Let me get straight up from the real Rant Review audience. Does comedy and jokes ruin a horror movie? All right? Does it ruin the tension? Does it ruin? I'm gonna answer it. I'm demonetized, guys. Guy doing the Cash App rings true. The Cash App is on my channel page. I'm demonetized by YouTube. Obviously, check out the channel. You'll see why. Revealing the truth, exposing YouTube and the algorithm and reviewers that lie, cheat, and steal. I don't. I need a donation to keep going. This is day, I believe, 13, guys, of the marathon. Okay, I've been streaming 13 days straight, nonstop, every day, every hour I can. Now we're covering today. I want to discuss this, okay? What franchise almost ruined the slasher? Now, Evil Dead, I have separate videos, guys, on Evil Dead, okay? Now, 1981's Evil Dead. I do want you to keep in mind, because this movie was made also before the slasher that I believe ruined, or almost ruined, because there's, almost. Almost. Damn. Almost. Didn't quite do it. He learned a lesson. I'm gonna see who learned a lesson here. I had to write down a little tidbit note. That's what I do. But does comedy and jokes ruin a horror movie? I want to know this. And I can't even spell fucking movie. Okay, sorry. Just woke up, just having a coffee. Excuse me for the spelling. All right, simple poll question here today, right? Does a comedy and jokes ruin a horror movie? Does it? That's the question we're going to ask here. I want the Real Rant Review audience to answer this poll question. I really do. Please. Does comedy and jokes ruin a horror movie? Do comedy and jokes? Sorry. It's not sounding right today. Okay, jokes and comedy, do they ruin a horror movie? That is the poll question. Sorry it took me so long, guys, to the poll. Make sure I word this right. I want to ask the right question. I want to know the right answer, so can't move it either again. So anyways, thanks, YouTube. Shitty. Okay, there we go. Yeah, is it out of my face? Okay, cool. Jokes and comedy, they ruin a horror movie. This is something that's very important. Now, like I said, 1981, guys, this is huge to me, guys. Look at my horror show. I told you I wear it for 14 days straight or 30 days straight. Every marathon, every stream we do, it's still there. Stupid bucket hats, too. I told you guys from day one. Check the streams. Excuse me, just woke up 14 days on. Let's go. So Evil Dead, guys, we're not going to take, it's not a slasher. It's a horror, supernatural horror, okay? It's never a slasher movie, even though he has a chainsaw and whatever else. I guess that's not considered a knife, so get technical with it. We're going the fuck away. I have videos, guys, on the Evil Dead, all right, on this franchise. You could check those out. Yeah, I already called it being a comedy and jokes, all right? How that ruined that franchise. I've been called that 4 years ago. There is plenty of that on here. I am a prophet of movies. I'm not afraid to say it. That's right, not afraid to say it. All right. So, guys, going to the one franchise that almost ruined, and this is a franchise, all right? It is a franchise. I'm going to describe a little bit why the franchise almost ruined this, you know? But I do want to say, this one, I want to say, wow, everyone, this is crazy that we're doing this. Once again, we are back with a great, just a great video, a great topic. I'm just going to put in this title here and see what comes up. Okay, everyone, bam, right, Succession, right? So I would say, everyone, when it comes to slashers, right, I would definitely, I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre would be considered a slasher, right, guys, in some form or fashion. But then you can, but yeah, that is 74. So way before that, you're getting Very Scared by Tobe Hooper, guys. I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 74 has to be one of the most, you know, life-changing or horror-changing movies, guys, of its time. You know, this thing right here, I think, started the slasher. You could consider it a damn slasher. Why not? There is no jokes in here, okay? The closest thing to comedy is probably that Psycho the hitchhiker, the Psycho hitchhiker that they pull up with a big scar on his face, or whatever the fuck, and he's cutting himself. That is sick. Yo, that is twisted. This whole movie's twisted. Shit. So you really get kicking shit off in the 70s, right? So that's what where I wanted to start, right, with this shit. And then, you know, you're gonna be hit hard. Oh, what was the other slashers? Well, of course, Halloween, right? So you're gonna be hit with Halloween, and that is 78, I believe. So, yeah, 4 years later, you hit with Halloween. Bam, the birth of the slasher, right? There it is, 78 Halloween, right, guys? Hold the real reviewer. I really hate Evil Dead. I don't care if I'm looking at that. I want that off my screen. So, what you guys want it on your screen? So, Halloween, 1970. Yep, 1978. 40 years later. So there it is. Halloween comes out in 78 after Texas. And then boom, boom, you know, that's just the birth of the slasher, right? Halloween, 78, boom, birth of the slasher. Before that goes, the Texas guys was on it, like Sonic. That shit was disturbing slasher. Yeah, wow, that was some shit. So, flabbergasted, we get Halloween, right? Good, birth of the slasher, independent slasher film. There you go, slasher genre. And then you will get hit with Friday the 13th, okay? Now, Friday the 13th, the first one, right? Considered a slasher, the original. Fucking serious, coming out with dog shit. 1980, okay? So shortly 2 years after Halloween, you do get Friday the 13th, all right, coming out. And there's no jokes in that. There's no joke about it, 1980s. So we're still hot, you know, we're still realism here. We're still man, there's no jokes in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like I said, the closest you'll get is them at the dinner table torturing in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. This poor woman, grandpa, this dead guys. That was some of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen. It made me queasy. I was a kid seeing this thing. On VHS, I can't do it. So Friday the 13th, 1980 comes out. Okay, they're still keeping the shit. Even after that, guys, Jason is coming out. Now they're coming out with Friday the 13th Part 2 right after. They're shooting out the Fridays. They did shoot out a Halloween, right? Halloween 2, I believe, in 81 or what have you. But they stopped because they wanted to, you know, we know about John Carpenter. Wanted to get his damn money. And wanted to get Michael Myers out of the picture like he always does. Yeah, so that, but we go and there's something happening here, and I wanted to address the one franchise. So we're gonna name it in a second. All right, I'm gonna describe why. Where is part two? There's a part two. What do you know? There's plenty of 85. All right, so I'm gonna take out Friday. I want to take out all these other films and focus on just these three, really, honestly, guys. So 84, okay? There's Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street comes on. We all know Johnny Depp's first role, Robert Englund, right? Okay, guys, I really want to talk about A Nightmare on Elm Street. Cody Leach, there's a lot of YouTubers out here that love him, especially, saying that he runs this shit all day and day. Yo, what does he review this shit as? Like, does he review it that he's nostalgic as fuck and that he watches it all day and day, even though he reviews it and ranks it as shit on his own channel? Why does he love? He says he loves Friday, guys. Cody Leach says he loves Freddy, but he ranks these movies like everyone else. Why doesn't he rank them 100? If he's not afraid to state his opinion, right? And his love for movies or for the slasher. That's what I'm saying. It's wrong with YouTube. Real Reviewer will hold his ground on his slasher. I hold my ground on my slasher. Come on, motherfucker. That's comedy, though, guys, for you in real life. You know? Ridiculous. So, yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984's. And we're going to get to part two that comes out shortly. 1 year, guys, just 85, you know? But I'm going to say why. You say, Real Reviewer, but, you know, this movie made money. Doesn't matter about money. Doesn't. I'm saying how it killed, almost ruined and killed the franchise, the slasher, because it made it into a fucking joke. And like Evil Dead trying to make horror in general into a joke. Here's Mr. Freddy Krueger, Mr. Wes Craven, and we know he went back with Scream, guys, and he learned his lesson. He came back with Scream in '96. He went back to the drawing board. He looked, yeah, really hard in the mirror. What the fuck is he doing? He dropped this series quick. We know that. Made him a farce. Number two is ridiculous. They praised this number two. I don't mind watching Freddy. I don't. I like to see kills. I'm a nostalgic person too, everyone. But this shit here, I don't take it serious. You know, it's like I take Child's Play. All right, I take Chucky, Child's Play 1 and 2 and 3 even. You know, more serious than Nightmare on Elm Street, guys. Really, and that's the best I can give is Nightmare on Elm Street. After that, it's a fall off of comedy. It's jokes. It's Evil Dead reincarnated into the slasher in '84. Evil Dead was already out for 3 years. So Wes, he starts off, guys, with this shit, right? Oh, I'm trying to remember, he was ranting this out to see what happened here, and it's scary. A Nightmare on Elm Street is scary because it's like a Chucky Child's Play, right? But it's before that. So Freddy's doing it. You know, to me he's freaky in some parts, guys. Like, yeah, the first Nightmare could be a nightmare. It really could. But there's still something campy about it, everyone. Very campy. This might have been where it was grown, the word campy, guys. So I want to see 2. So 2 comes out a year later. Very campy, hugely campy. They go fucking straight out. What happened? I don't know what happened, guys. And they give praise this fucker Jesse Walsh. You know, I don't mind 2 at all. Shit, I might even watch 2 more than 1. You know? I don't know. I really don't want to go deep dive into Freddy and liking the series or anything like that because this thing is how you almost fucking ruined it. Slashed it to death. What is claw hands, nail hands, whatever. Knife hands. This is nuts, guys. So jokes and comedy, do they ruin a horror movie? This is Saturday. It is 11 a.m. Yeah, I got my coffee. We are talking this one movie that I put almost, I think. Because, you know, Wes learned his lesson, guys, with Scream. Wes really went back to the drawing board, guys. Same company, same people, same everything. Johnny Depp, he got his death in Skeet Ulrich. You know, he really learned. And then he got his Heather Levenkamp and Nev Campbell. And guess who was the Nightmare Man? Ghostface. So he did it right in '96 with Scream. But this shit here, very campy. Nightmare on Elm Street, very campy. Still, someone would say, what is the scariest Nightmare on Elm Street review? I'd say, the original, guys. Yeah, I would. Man, maybe a close second could be the remake. Damn, I'd have to go further on that, guys, because that shit in the beginning is nuts. So I love the remake in the beginning and some scenes in that, guys. No one talks about that. I do another damn video, guys. Cody Leach ain't got the balls to talk about the remake. Nightmare remake, right? Freddy remake. Oh, go, Rant Reviewer. It might be a fucking all-day horror fest. In July. Horror in July. Halloween in July, everyone. So we do it. Nightmare on Elm, right? Remake. So, not going to tell you the truth. Good or bad. That's what I want to know. That's the good or the bad or the ugly. There is no good or bad. It's just good or bad. Fucking third option. There's another video. Okay? Bam. Done. So Wes does it right in 96 with Scream, guys, but he's doing... What a mockery, you know, of this. It almost killed the slasher, guys. For me, I wasn't never into Freddy because of the too campy, corny, clowny, Evil Dead type-ish routine, the jokes. If I wanted to be laughed, guys, and really listen to jokes, it would be Child's Play. It would be Chucky a couple years later in 88. And after that, Chucky beats the shit out of Freddy as for scares and for laughs. All right, but they tried to ruin it. They tried to make money. They tried to mainstream the slasher with Nightmare on Elm Street and Wes Craven. Wes, what did he come out with? What was Wes' release? Guys, we're going to go to Wes and his filmography real quick. Rip to him. He's a fucking legend, no doubt, but he's a sick bitch, and he'll make some money off you. He wants money like Carpenter. Don't get it twisted. Give me the filmography here of Wes Craven. Prolific filmography for this man. We all know the movie that started it all. Last House on the Left. Yeah. Oh, shit. Wes Craven was an American film director, right? He contributed to Project Director Red Film. I want to see what he directed, though. Oh, wow. Look at fucking Wes, bro. Oh, my heart. I'm looking at a dead man's grave. All right, guys. This is what he directed. Apparently, he directed A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, he wasn't the director. He's a writer on it. That's right. I know that. Yeah, I should have known that. What is wrong with you? So listen. I'm the real reviewer, everyone. Check me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he brought it back too, guys, in Wes Craven's. Okay, so that's 2 years before Scream, everyone. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. He did it right. Okay, that's what I want to say. He does it right with New Nightmare. Okay, so he doesn't even do it right with Scream, but he kind of has a lot of premises, guys, with A Nightmare on Elm Street to make Scream a lot better. So he does that. But A Nightmare on Wes Craven's New Nightmare, guys, very underrated. That has to be A New Nightmare. Has to be what's up. I did a whole stream on this and videos on the New Nightmare and how they're lying to you. Cody Leach, all these reviewers that say they love Freddy Krueger. Tell us the scariest Freddy. The remake or this fucker, Wes, we do a whole video, guys. I got another video coming up on A Nightmare. What's the scariest? So, Scream 4 was the last film he directed. I remember that. The solo take, big bomb, guys. So yeah. And he does right. This and everyone praises, right? He wrote the Nightmare 3, so everybody praises that one. You know, beyond the number one. So Wes, wow, he's good. He's good, right, man? He's good. Yeah, man, I didn't like Swamp Things, guys. Let me go through his filmography of what I liked and didn't like, though. So Child's Play, he does it better than Freddy does it. That comes out in 88. So the jokes, the comedy from Freddy, and they run with this. And you know, and between this, guys, you are getting Jason Voorhees, you are getting Friday the 13th coming out. Yes, you are. In between, Freddy's on here somewhere. See, Freddy is prominent. Cody Leach would love this shirt. You know, but Freddy kicks his fucking head in. He should have kicked his head in Freddy vs. Jason. I'm tired of that shit. So, anyways, that's a whole nother video again. So, anyways. Very campy shit. Like the Nightmare 2, guys, Elm Street 2. What do they call that? There's like a little nickname for that. Oh, Freddy's Revenge. Yes. How could I fucking forget? Corny again. Freddy's Revenge. Corny title. They just go fucking pull out. What was the budget for this shit? I don't want to investigate, everyone, this Freddy 2 shit. I'm telling you, the franchise, the slasher was killed by A Nightmare on Elm Street. Even the first one. I'm going to say as early as the first one, guys. You know, take Evil Dead out of the equation, because that is, like I said, a horror supernatural. We're talking slasher. And Freddy comes into the realm of the slasher saying, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it. And Child's Play is a slasher as well. It has to be. Yes, yes, yes. And man, does it way better, guys. Does it way better for comedy, if you want comedy. But jokes and comedy, do they ruin a horror movie? That is the question here for the Real Rant Reviewer audience. Yours truly is coming up with more videos today and this weekend. I never stop. I will stop one day. Very soon. I'm fed up already. With lack of view, demonetization. So, I said, really gonna spend time with my family than do this shit. I'm gonna spend time with no one. And you people that don't give any money to me for my hard work. Yeah, it's hard work. Sure damn is. Check the channel and the shit I do and say. Like none other movie reviewer out there on YouTube. So, what? Child's Play, Child's Play. Yes, you want comedy, you want laughs, and terror. You will tune into Child's Play, everyone. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. After that, it gets just like Evil Dead, guys, and Nightmare. It turns into a fucking nightmare. It turns into a joke. I remember seeing Bride of Chucky, guys, at the theater. Man, I was pissed off how fucking cornballish they were. I remember seeing the previews for it, you know, but I knew it was going to be cornballish, a different kind of play here that they're throwing us, a different kind of ball, change up instead of the fastball, you know? And you got to give them credit for trying something different. Try to bring in new fans at that time, but I was in the theater watching it. Wasn't impressed, but I'm nostalgic for it, guys. John Ritter, all that shit. I'm nostalgic. Whatever you want from me. That was a big kill there. I mean, whoever's my little town at the time. 20 people in the theater. He said, oh, when John Ritter got all the nails in him. But Nightmare on Elm Street, guys, corny, campy bullshit. Even the first one. I'm going to click your wiki. We use the same tools here, guys. So just go to your wiki, Nightmare on Elm Street. You look at what the Real Rant Viewer's looking at. And this is it. So it was 1.1 million. It made 57 million back then in 1984. November 9th. Good time to release it. Really is. Feels scary. Nice little vibe for Freddy. But no, guys. Total shit. Too campy. That's it. Craven strove to make Krueger... This is on Wiki. Because I want you to look with me. The vibes. What the fuck? Craven strove to make Krueger different. See, guys, I'm fucking saying it. It's before reading it. I didn't read this ahead of time. Just go to it and say, okay, like, 22 minutes in. No, it's crazy. Craven strove to make Krueger. I made a video, guys, about this 4 years ago. So that's my point. I couldn't have done this I did it 4 years ago. It's on the channel about this. What ruined the slasher franchise? This. Such a prophet. Craven strove to make Krueger different from other film villains of the era, guys. Okay? And that was how. We're going to learn how. In 2014, he recalled a lot of the killers were wearing masks. Right. Faceless, soundless, Leatherface, Michael Myers, Jason. I just told you guys, right? The 3 slashers that were doing it. I wanted my villain to have a mask, but be able to talk and taunt and threaten. He does not do that. He jokes, guys, and he throws comedy. So Craven says he wanted his killer to have no mask and be able to talk. Oh, you wanted, yeah, to have a mask and be able to talk and taunt and threaten. They're pretty damn threatening, guys. Leatherface, Michael Myers, and Jason were pretty fucking threatening back then without saying a damn word. And that was the whole point, everyone. But Mr. West here is telling you, no. They all have masks, so I wanted him to have a mask. They're faceless. They got masks, guys, but they're faceless masks. And I want my killer to have a fucking mask. That's what he's saying here on Wikipedia. Look at this. Can we read this right? And able to talk and threaten. Guys, these taunts and threatens are shit. So I thought of him being burned and scarred. Oh, so fucking... What does that have to do with taunting and threatening, everyone? The mask, the Myers mask is scarier than Freddy's makeup. Leatherface is... Guys, he's cutting off people's faces and putting it on as his own. He's changing faces. Like trading places, he's changing faces, Leatherface. back in 74. But yeah, Mr. Craven, you're going to do a lot scarier. Fucking liar. All you guys are so naive to this shit. Why are we reading this together? So I thought of him being burned and scarred. Wasn't fucking Myers burned in #2 by the time? Fucking Loomis? Come on, guys. He also said that the killer should use something other than a knife because it was too common. All right, so knife is fingers on one hand. That's not common. Just... So I thought, how about a glove with steak knives? Hey, yo, knives have been used. You know, the butcher knife, right, for cutting pork or... But let's get the steak knife out and put it in his fingers. I gave the idea to our special effects guy. What a fucking idea. Special effects guy's probably blown away. You think all about it yourself, Wes? Steak knives? What, you just tape them like a little kid on your fingers? Like he does in Nightmare. New Nightmare. Ultimately, 2 models of the glove were built. The hero glove that was only used whenever everything needed to be cut, and the stunt glove that was less likely to cause injury. For a time, Craven had considered a sickle as the weapon of choice for the killer. But around the 3rd or 4th, you couldn't get that in the house. Could Freddy Krueger, everyone, get a sickle through the door or through that bed? You know? Where's he coming from? The mirror? Holy shit. You can't bring a fucking sickle in. So Craven's like, yo, cut that. You can't bring that shit. And he's too skinny. I mean, the sickle's probably way heavier than Freddy is, guys. Freddy is about soaking wet, about $1.35, $1.50. You know, Jason's walking through just crashing through your front door at 250, 6'6". Did I mention Freddy's like 5'10", 5'9"? I'm more scary than Freddy Krueger, guys. So he wanted to go with a sickle. He didn't. He put the steak knives on him, just taped them on his fingers like kids do balloons and shit like that on your fingers. You remember when you were a kid and you put the chips, the cone chips? Does anybody remember the bugles? And you put the bugles on you? That's what he did. And he was like, yo, special effects guy, I got the bugles here. It's fucking freaky. No one's doing that. So thank you, Wes. We needed that. Oh, fuck. I don't even go the sweater. By Craven's account, his own adolescence led to a name he had bullied. Yeah, he was bullied by a child named Fred Krueger. Has anybody been bullied by Freddy Krueger, everyone, in these films? Has anyone been scared shitless of Freddy Krueger? I would say A New Nightmare is scary as fuck, and even the remake. But this movie, man, just almost killed it, guys. Almost killed Leatherface. You think that water was the weakness of Jason, right? And what's the weakness of Myers? His niece and his fucking sister. And Loomis is his weakness. Leatherface's weakness is his family, right? Or, right? It's something like that. So, you know, Freddy's weakness... can't do this anymore. I'm having too much fun. Like Freddy, I'm having a lot of fun. Actor David, guys, Freddy casting. Actor David Warner. All right, you're gonna know David Warner, okay? He's from Ninja Turtles, Secret of the Ooze. That's how I know him. David Warner, everybody, was gonna play Freddy. We're read through Wiki here about why the fuck Freddy went so stupid clown campy. But David Warner would have been cool. Would have been fucking more serious. Kind of like Jackie Earle Haley, guys. Jackie Earle Haley. You gotta give him credit for being more serious in that fucking remake. And then you gotta give credit to Nightmare, you know? Wes Craven's New Nightmare in 94, I believe. So actor David Warner was originally cast to play Freddy. Wiki, follow. But makeup tests were done, right? Makeup tests were done, but he had to drop out due to scheduling. Did you hear what I just read to you? Makeup tests were done, comma, but he had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. Replacing him was difficult at first. Look at that, though. Look at them lying to you guys. They give you the truth, and then they glaze it. They glaze you. So David Warner, the makeup test sucked. So apparently he didn't look good in the makeup or some shit like that. Or he didn't want to wear the makeup, right? Or he thought the makeup was stupid. So David Warner, it's got to be one of the two reasons, guys. Makeup tests were done, but then he had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. What a fucking lie. Obviously, it's a glaze. They glaze you. They glazing you back then. No, it was the okay, so the makeup tests were done on David Warner. He didn't either like the makeup and thought this shit was corny stupid and dropped out because he's a serious actor. Or, you know, or B, the makeup just didn't look good on him. But he had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. But guys, the makeup tests were done first. Trust me. Replacing him was difficult at first. Kane Hodder, who would be later best known for following the slasher icon, playing the Flamer, Jason Voorhees was among those who Wes Craven talked to with about the role of Freddy. Get the fuck out of here. According to Hodder, I had a meeting with Wes Craven about playing a character he was developing called Freddy Krueger. At the time, Wes wasn't sure what kind of person he wanted for the role of Freddy. So I had as good shot. as anybody else. He was initially thinking of a big guy for the part. Right. Like all the other slashers at the time, right? He wanted to go huge, he calls in Hodder. Okay. He was initially thinking of a big guy for the part, but he was also thinking of somebody who had real burn scars. So it didn't work out with Mr. David Warner. He wasn't burn scarred enough in real life. But I guess Robert Englund was. Well, you know what I mean. But obviously he changed his whole line of thinking and went with Robert Englund, who was smaller. I would have loved to play the part, but I don't think Wes made the right choice. Oh, but I do think Wes made the right choice. Hodder went away eventually played Freddy verse. Freddy as the hand that grabs blah, blah, fucking blah. We know that. Guys, look a little bit about this real quick. Hold on. Guys, I want to talk about what the fuck. But I do want to point that out. So Hodder says that, but obviously he changed his whole line of thinking and went with Robert Englund, who's smaller. Robert Englund. We have to do an investigation of how he's connected to Wes. Or how he knows. But there's a favor called in here or some shit. What the fuck? Guys, why would you go? I wouldn't go with Englund over Hodder. Would you guys? Fuck that shit. In hindsight, 2020, Monday Murder quarterback, and then obviously you're saying that now. But they wanted to go with David Warner first, guys. So even then, Wes Craven himself didn't want to go with Robert Englund first. He went with David Warner. That was his first choice. Fuck you guys in the internet. It's David Warner, fuck boys. Freddy lovers. Freddy suckers. So, yo, I looked at hundreds of guys and a lot of old men. That was weird, creepy saying that. I wanted somebody that was very agile. I learned from making films like The Hills Have Eyes that it wasn't the bigness of the villain that paid off. It was the evil he was able to transmit as an actor. Freddy's so fucking evil, right, guys? He transmitted evilness like no other slasher icon. Bullshit, almost ruined it. Buried these fucking real evil franchise. I wanted somebody who was an actor rather than a stuntman. We wanted a fucking clown who was a fucking clown. Yeah? Rather than a stuntman, somebody who could convey a sense of evil and was very enthusiastic about getting to an evil state. He should have already been in an evil state. Getting to an evil state? Giddy about that? He wasn't anyway. He's fucking stupid. It's cornball bullshit. You really have to get malicious and malevolent. And a lot of actors just don't want to get there. Their heart isn't into it. You have to find somebody who is comfortable with that idea and isn't threatened by it. He knows it isn't him, but can go there. Robert Englund filled the bill after we found him quite late in the casting. His delight with it is that he had been playing Neebyish and Good Guys and was looking forward to playing somebody older and evil. Fuck this shit. Lying fucker. I couldn't find an actor to play Freddy Krueger with the sense of ferocity I was seeking. Oh, guys, Kane Hodder is not ferocious enough. Nah, not in New Blood, everyone. He's not ferocious enough. No. I couldn't find an actor to play Freddy Krueger with the sense of ferocity I was seeking. Oh, yeah. Robert Englund, everybody's so fucking ferocious in this damn role. Craven recalled on the film's 30th anniversary. Lying to your face, and y'all believe. We all just love it. Everyone was too quiet, too compassionate towards children. Oh, they were? Then Robert Englund auditioned. He wasn't as tall, I'd hoped. And he had baby fat on his face. But he impressed me with his willingness to go to the dark places in his mind. Guys, what dark places does Freddy go to in his mind? I'll go with Freddy in any dream. Dream Warriors. Robert understood Freddy. No, he doesn't. Fuck this shit. It still goes on and on about what the fuck, making excuses. Englund has stated that Craven was indeed in search of a big, giant man originally, but casting director, here we go, Annette Benson had talked Craven into seeing Englund. So they're connected. So that's how Englund's in. Bitch over here is like, hey, it's your big break, motherfucker. You're sucking me off all these years. I know Wes. He's looking for a fucking villain. Be stupid. Come here and act stupid. And you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And he did it. Remember, if you were act stupid, you could do it. I do. I did it. Guys, she knows him from him auditioning for National Lampoon's Class Reunion. A comedy. There we go. National Lampoon's Class Reunion is a 1982 American black comedy film. Mr. England comes from comedy, known from a fucking comedy movie. You wanted to lighten the mood. Stop saying, Wes, that you wanted to make it darker. He did that with the New Nightmare, guys. That's the Freddy we see. And what the fuck is going on here? He tried to do something innovative, but Chucky does it the best. Plays on what Freddy tried to do. But it comes off as corny and campy to this day, and it still does. You really fucked with this franchise. You really fucked us with that. Anyways, before England's, spelled with a U, agent at the time, Joe Rice, sent him to the casting. Rice's friend, Rhett Topham, I don't know the fuck are these names, recommended England to act rat-like, weasel-like. Adding that, when we read about abusers and assaulters in the newspaper, they're not big, hulking men, but weasels. Oh, trust me, this film is these nightmares, these Freddys are weasels of films. I thought he should go in and play it like that, and it worked. He knew the casting director. Guys, he knew the casting director, and he just auditioned for National Lampoon's Class Reunion, a comedy. Didn't get the fucking role, did he? Is he in that film? No, he got this one instead that day. Walked right over next door and got this one. This is history, as they say. And it worked. England had darkened his lower eyelids with cigarette ash on his way. Probably some Weird Al Yankovic bullshit. On his way to the audition and slicked his hair back. I looked strange. I sat there and listened to Wes talk. He was tall and preppy and erudite. What the fuck? Who the fuck says that word? Oh my God. I posed a bit like Klaus Kinski. Who the fuck is Klaus Kinski? Klaus Kinski was a German actor, equally renowned for his intense performance style and his notoriously eccentric and volatile personality. He appeared in over 130 film roles in a career that spanned over 40 years. That's fucking cool. That's a fucking sick-ass actor, Robert England. You're not nowhere near that, I'm sure. And that was the audition. That was it, he said later. He took the part because it was the only project that fit his schedule during the hiatus between the miniseries and series. Yeah, right, motherfucker. It was your big break. It was the biggest role he ever got in fucking his history of his life. He was on some shitty-ass miniseries. Fuck all you guys. Bullshit. Corny bullshit on Wiki. Lies. You know, if a Nightmare, bro, has a nightmare scene in the beginning, and then they just go full on, and then even, you know, the cell scene there is some creepy, I said, guys, but it just gets too campy at the end. It just really does. That's what their goal was. The remake, you know, Jackie Earle Haley. You know what I mean? That's something a little bit better, man. That's for damn sure. Fucking ain't right. I'm gonna do a video on that later. On the Nightmare, which one's the scariest? I already told you which one was the scariest. You've seen it. There's the vote in. No. Jokes and comedy, they ruin a horror movie. 100% said no. Wolf Within Woods says, hi. Hey, how you doing, Wolf Within Woods? Thanks for voting if you did it. Thanks for saying hi and stopping in. We're discussing, yes, exactly that. Jokes and comedy, and the slasher that did it, that introduced this, you know, more prevalent to try to ruin the slasher. Almost did. But, you know, Freddy Krueger there with his campy antics, you know, I think that ruined it. Yeah, what's up, dude? What is one of your favorite horror franchises, Wolf? Thanks for joining. Wolf Within the Woods, everyone. He says no. He likes it. You know, you don't mind the Evil Dead burn, I'm sure, then, right? Or Evil Dead series. Yes, that's cool. But tell me, what is your favorite horror franchise to get scared to, dude? In the woods. Wolf Within the Woods. That's pretty freaky, brother. Hellraiser. Yeah. Body horror, but then again, the psychological is there and the demonic, right? So there's a lot going with Hellraiser. Yeah, man. Yours truly, the real reviewer, my friend Wolf, Within the Woods. I was scared. Yeah, I was staying away from this shit on TV and on cassette, you know, to rent it, you know, because I heard about it. I saw some scenes. Oh, man, I was a child. Even as an adult, I like the one on Hulu, man, the remake. I like the Hellraiser remake on Hulu, brother. You know, Wolf, they don't get enough praise. I think they're making another one, right? They're making a video game. Clive Barker all over this shit. He should be. Video game they're making, Hellraiser, right? I bet you're excited. Wolf Within the Woods, everyone. He's a Hellraiser fan. And that is no joke. That series, when did, yeah, Hellraiser's no joke. Clive Barker, right? 80s, coming out with it. Yeah, I saw it. Yes, me too, man. Beautiful. It was really surprisingly good. I forget what they call the new Hellraiser. Is it just Hellraiser? I believe it was just Hellraiser. But the beginning was very surprising, very brutal. And that's what you're going to get from Hellraiser. One of the most underrated body horror demonic movies probably of all time. Yeah, game will be great. Yeah, it will. Shit, when we have a Hellraiser game. There was a lot of Clive Barker came out with Jericho, right? But there was a lot of speak about Hellraiser, you know? About a game coming out at some point. We wanted skins, right? Wasn't there skins at some point in Dead by Daylight or whatever fucking game there was? But, yep, not enough Hellraiser. But there was the remake. Yep, 87. Remake. I just want to just do Hellraiser remake. Using the same tools, my man. Google, that's it. 2022. Remember seeing it on Hulu. Yeah, I think it's a Hulu original, right? They made it. Fucking awesome. Yeah, only a 5.9 out of 10 out of IMDb, 68% of Rotten Tomatoes. Don't listen to them, dude. Listen to us, right? You know a lot. Oh, yeah. I got to, man. I can't use a computer, right? Like all the time, right? I gotta show you I love movies, right? With heart and soul and knowledge, right? Yeah, I can't fool you. You know, I don't want to fool the audience. Yes, I do. I do know a lot. Too much. Too much. Check the videos, man. I'm demonetized. YouTube demonetized me a long time ago. Yeah. Because I know too much and I say too much beforehand. But thank you. Wolf in the Woods, thank you for saying that, man. I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about, you know? Evil Dead series. Yes, I got videos. Oh, this is the topic kind of with the comedy. Oh, thank you, Wolf in the Woods. Thank you. But like I said, I'm demonetized, so don't worry about it. Even you stopping and making conversation, I love to talk movies, dude, and go into my brain for knowledge. So thank you for coming and speaking to me. That's most important. And if you, I have a Cash App, donate to the Cash App. Rings true with the Z. I'm demonetized here, so I got to try to keep going by paying bills, you know, and feeding myself and my family with my knowledge. I should be a movie reviewer. I should speak about movies all day. Yeah, Evil Dead series. Yes, the new one came out today, right? I don't know if you're going to see it or if you're going to see it. You already see it. What's up? I don't know if I don't know. Going to see it. It's in theaters. I have live streams on it. 4 years ago, I predicted, or not predicted, but it's too campy, it's too jokey, it's too comedic. I did an Evil Dead Rise watch along too with a friend of mine on my channel back in 2023, whatever, whenever it came out. 22. Yeah, and you say, how do you do that, really? How do you stream a movie that's in theaters still? You can't do that. You'll be copyrighted and banned. Well, first of all, I'm demonetized, and all my videos are copyrighted claimed pretty much by YouTube. So, but yes, you can. I do it on a Discord with a friend of mine, and I edit in such a way where you can watch a movie, pretty basically bootleg, you know, with me. Yeah, you check it. It's on my channel. Watch alongs. Check it out. Evil Dead Rise. And it went from, it's going to go downhill. This is it. It's over for them, burn. But it's over. It's going to burn. You know, I never liked Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi team up. I never liked Army of Darkness. It's just, to me, it's like a Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's like a fake out of the Halloween 3, you know, scamming us, you know? It's really, it's a Freddy. It's a Freddy. You know, it's a Freddy, man. Their New Nightmare 94, that is not funny. That is the scariest Freddy you're going to get. But no, I do not recommend Evil Dead series. My uncle put on Evil Dead 1 and 2 on VHS one night, and I just couldn't believe what the fuck I was watching. The previous weekend, he put on Texas Chainsaw, and now he's putting on this shit. Thanks for the like, by the way. You know, he's putting on this campy comedy. I can't do it. You know, I don't want comedy and jokes in my horror movie. Hellraiser has none of that. Maybe right? Hellraiser 2022. They did it right, dude. I remember seeing this. This thing was vicious. Freddy's classic. Well, nostalgia will break you in. Dude, I come from this era. You know, I come from the 80s. All right? So you actually review, what is the reality around his block, around his hood, you know, or so to speak, his neighborhood? What is the realness? Thanks for the vote. No. Jokes and comedy, do they ruin a horror movie? 100% of the Real review on it says no, Real review. We could take a joke or two. You know, we like, you know, Chevy Chase in our shit. We like when a comedic performance is put into horror roles. I gotta point some out. You know, Jim Carrey, 23 possibly. That was unsuccessful. I don't know. It's a couple others, guys. I'll spit off the top of the head. What's up?
Ready to play some Fortnite?
Soon, okay? I'm just doing the video, then we'll play, okay? All right, bro. I love you. All right, hang in there. So you're drinking in there. Practice. I'll be there soon. I love you. Good, good. We're gonna whoop it, man. All right, so we're talking the Nightmare on Elm Street, and yeah, me too, VHS, etc. Yeah, Freddy is classic, dude. It comes on cable TV a lot. They shove it down your throat. I think the most highly unedited horror movie that would ever come on cable TV would be probably the Freddy's here. You know, they rarely came on. They didn't push them as much as Halloween and Friday the 13th. Those were pushed hard. Who was pushed less was Texas Chainsaw was pushed less because it's hard to put that on. You know, people, it's, ooh, wow. But yeah, me too, VHS. Yeah, VHS all day recorded, right? So we were appreciative of the horror movies once we got them, right? And we had to watch them over and over. Not like on streaming now where we get to watch them over the click, right? And you have $5, $6. We didn't have $5, $6. And if we did, holy shit, it didn't go to a VHS that cost 20, right? And then you have to have the VCR, you have to ask your parents, you have to have a TV. It's very complicated. It's not easily accessible. So once you have a horror movie like Hellraiser, I'm sure, right, Wolf in the Woods? I don't know how you watch Hellraiser over and over back in the day. I don't know where you know? But yeah, you know, man, I'm glad now, though, we have access. I watch it over and over. But the original, what is that, 87? 87's Hellraiser? Yeah, it comes on Pluto TV. In the Mouth of Madness. Sam Neill. All right, Sam Neill in the Mouth of Madness. I believe based on a Stephen King book, right? Big Stephen King fan, but Mouth of Madness, big Sam Neill fan. 88. Not sure you're referencing in the movie, or is that another movie? 88. Yeah, no, haven't seen in the Mouth of Madness on purpose. Yeah, right, Lovecraft. No, haven't seen it on purpose. Don't want to stick through it. Don't want to sit through it. It reminds me of John Carpenter's The Darkness one, Prince of Darkness. You know, some kind of bullshit, kind of like 12 Monkeys bullshit. I don't do all that. You know, you sit there for nothing. You know? Yeah, Lovecraft Universe. Read the books, bro. I'm a book reader. Ahead of that bullshit. They ain't gonna get me on that. You know, I'd rather buy a $3 book or borrow the book and put it all in my head. Yeah, my head's gonna be way better than this shit on screen. I don't know. I live in my head, right? Shit. It's way better, dude. I'm gonna save myself the pain. But yeah, Mouth of Madness comes on Pluto TV. Oh, I love Sam Neill, Wolf Within the Woods. I love Sam Neill. The Dark Half, Timothy Hutton. I kind of like that. I watched it for the first time about a year ago, maybe less than a year ago. You know, because that's something I don't, you know, I like Secret Window. Secret Window is my favorite out of all, you know, those kind of book reading authors going crazy. I'm Neil. Yeah, Sam Neill just watched you a day Jurassic Park classic. You know, he's known for that, right? Jurassic Park 93 blew up Mr. Neil. Savvy. Daybreakers, right? Oh, nobody talk about Daybreakers, Mr. Neil. But Mr. Sammy, oh, Dead Calm. I love Sam Neill and Dead Calm opposite Nicole Kidman, opposite Billy Zane. Zane is insane, yes? What? Teammates? Okay. So yeah, yes. Sam Neill is underrated Oh, Event Horizon. Event Horizon for Mr. Sam Neill. Yes. Mr. Sam Neill. Bring you to hell. It's in Squad Phil, buddy. What's the matter? You're good to go. You're good to go. Squad Phil. Hit play. Not tonight. Love you. So yeah. Event Horizon. Yes, you were saying it. Wolf Within the Woods is saying it right when I said it. Yes, you are, Sam. Yes. Yeah, donate to the cash app, my son says. Bring you with Z. Don't worry about it, bro. The conversation's good. I appreciate it. I guess I'm demonetized. I'm trying to keep on YouTube to pay the bills, keep the lights on, or I got to go. I'm taking time off my job, and then I'm going to get another job because I can't do this one job, right? So, but yeah, thank you. But for this conversation is worth it all, bro. It's priceless. Time is priceless. End the vote. But yeah, Wolf Within the Woods says Event Horizon. Yeah, right. We said it at the same time. So yeah, that is an underrated, I think, role for him, honestly. He plays a doctor so good in all these roles. Jurassic Park, he plays a, right, paleontologist, whatever. He plays one in Event Horizon, another kind of doctor or scientist. He's great at that. He fits it so good. I bet you he's not as smart, Sam Neill, in real life. You know? Like, he does sound smart, and then in his roles, they make him so smart, but I bet you he is not that smart in real life. No offense to Neo, right? I love him, but yeah, he probably wouldn't be that smart or interesting in real life. It's just the movies that are making it that way, you know? But that's acting for you. This is the real reviewer. This is me in real life. Well, Wolf Within the Woods. This is how we do. But Hellraiser, yeah. You give somebody a good script to read, like on YouTube. You know, you give your favorite YouTube movie reviewer a fucking good script to read. It's gonna sound beautiful coming out. You know, but does it sound good? Does it sound real? Is it theirs? Can they do it over and over again without the script? No, this is no script, man. From the heart, from the head, baby. I don't need to Google and sit there and look at people's opinions. You know, I was there. We were there, right, Wolf? We were in the woods. We were the wolf within the woods. We were the sheep. And we had to watch out for these wolves in the woods, bro. You know, we got to watch out. They're coming out. But Hellraiser, awesome. No jokes in that. You know, no jokes in that. So a Nightmare series, jokes in that. The scariest one to me is Wes Craven's New Nightmare 1994, followed by the remake. All right, the 2009s or 10s. I believe it's 2010s. I'm not looking. I don't give a shit. I got Hellraiser on the screen here. Just Hellraiser with a bunch of wiki and IMDb showing the year. Show you if you want. So yeah, but we're talking hard. I think Pinhead is on here somewhere, my man. So we do have Hannibal, you know, but Pinhead is somewhere. I have to take the shirt off and then look at the back, you know. But he's here. Pinhead is here, dude. He's on the back. You got Myers. Come on. Pinhead, where are you? There he is. Is that Pinhead? Yep, there's Pinhead. All right, so there's Pinhead on the shirt, brother. Right here, on the side. Pinhead. Can't show you, bro. Pinhead's right on the side. So yeah, I do. Monks. Yes. So yeah, I'm in protest here. I'm wearing this shirt this is the 14th day of the live stream. It's a nonstop marathon. For at least 30 days I have to try to get enough money or keep this channel blowing up algorithm-wise, right, to keep doing this for a living. So that's what I'm doing. I want to be a movie reviewer, man. I want to talk movies, do movies, check the channel. I got a bunch of different videos. I review not just movies, but people too. I'm a reviewer. I review murders. I review everything. Thing that's in the news, anything. I'm not afraid to talk about it, give my thoughts on it, and that's it. So yeah, I'm a reviewer. A rant reviewer, a real rant reviewer. 2 E's. Double E. Yeah, I saw him. Cool, man. So yeah. So Hellraiser, though, is one of those horror series, that it doesn't have a big fan base because of the body horror. You know, presented like The Substance or the one Netflix film, forget Before the Substance, but anything body or Human Centipede is man. Even presented that way, you know, would you believe that? Like the Human, I will check your channel later. Oh yeah, no, you're good, Wolf. It's always, I just came back after 4 years of hiatus on YouTube. 4 years I was gone because of being demonetized and, you know, no views, no algorithm, nothing, no donations. So I can't live like that. I had to go get 2 full-time jobs, you know? So who doesn't, right? I'm sure you work as hard too, but you want to be paid for your hard work, yes? And for your creative content. No, you're good. Give me more, man. Like, you know, give me more, man. I really love to discuss why you think that the jokes and comedy, do they ruin a horror movie? I don't know if you're going to see the new Evil Dead, Wolf Within the Woods. Are you seeing the Evil Dead? I think it releases today. It's today the 10th, brother. I think it's out now, official, right? Or yesterday, excuse me. Yesterday it was out. Did you see it? Are you going to see it? Do you have plans to see the new Evil Dead? And what do you think? Like, you know, if Hellraiser, Wolf Within the Woods, had a joke, a knock-knock joke in the middle of one of these kills, or it broke the tension, or one of these torture kills, what would you think about that, man? I mean, that would piss you off, you know? Just to plug a joke or plug an actor or a comedic, but maybe it's a comedic, you know, guy. No, I didn't see it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I stay away from it. I wait till it comes out on Fandango and then rent it for wait till it drops in like a month to like $5.99, you know, and then rent it if you want, if you really want to check it out. Because it looks like I like the feel of these movies, you know? It's like Within the Woods, right, Wolf? It's like, yeah, you're in the woods. I like that shit. I like the Druzy Resident Evil 7 gameplay, right? You're in a cabin in the woods, Evil Dead. I like Evil Dead for the feel, dude. You know, I like it for the cabin in the woods feel. I think it was one of the first movies to do that, if it, right? I love that shit. But yeah, don't see it, bro. Yeah, like I said, wait till it drops on a rent. There's plenty of other horror to see. Yeah. There's plenty of other horror. Anything but Evil Dead, but yeah, I don't need to see it. You know, I don't need to see it. I have 2 lives on here that tells you how it's gonna go, predicting it. I will go see it. Depends of. So Wolf Within the Woods says I will go see it. Depends on horror and type of jokes I like. Cabin in the Woods. Oh, okay. So you like Cabin in the Woods? All right. Cabin Hemsworth, right? And those 2 dudes from plenty of movies, Step Brothers and all that. You know the dude. I don't know. I get their names or whatever. Plays Dahmer's dad, right? I mean the other dude. Anyways, you'll know Hemsworth, guys. He's killed off. Right? He's killed off like fucking Seagal style. Like no, but he's in the movie a little bit. But to me, he's killed off. Like, whoa. I'm like, wow, you got the biggest Hemsworth. We got Hemsworth over here, and they kill him off, and they got the wussy surviving to the end with the chick. Forget her name, but fuck her name. It's not important. Cabin in the Woods. No, man, not one I put on all the time. I watched it back when it came out and streamed it or what have you. You know, yeah, back in the day. I was really excited about it myself. I heard there's going to be a bunch of different. 2011 I did. Yeah, with you, or 2012, along with you. But I streamed it. Didn't pay a dime. I'm not doing stuff, certain things for certain, you know? No, I'm not wasting time and money, everyone. This is not what we're doing. Our life is short span. Look at these horror movies we watch. Very short span. Anything could happen. I walk out the door, review is done. No. You're done. I'm not doing this. I'm telling you. Cabin in the Woods, 2011 horror comedy. It's a comedy. It's like Evil Dead. That's a great movie to bring up. And that's what happened, dude. I waited all the way to the end, Wolf. Okay, Wolf. I waited all the way to the end, Wolf Within the Woods, to get to these monsters to see if they have the and I didn't realize it in 2011. It wasn't like right. I didn't realize it didn't have the copyright. It's free on Pluto right now. I didn't realize it didn't have the copyright. It didn't come to my mind that they couldn't replicate the exact it or exact creatures, and then it turns into a corny fucking retarded bullshit at the end, running around, and it's just so overtaking the place. Sigourney Weaver shows up for some fucking reason. I just hate it. I think it's a mess. I think they had something in the beginning. You know, they had the feel, the teen vibe feel. 2011, you're going out to a cabin in the woods, kind of like Evil Dead, but updated, you know? But no, they dropped the fucking ball in Cabin in the Woods. And they made money, because that is a hell of a title. And it was a hell of a marketing promotion in 2011, going on cable TV, pushing the shit on the internet. Really, really good. Well done for the Cabin in the Woods. They had a good trailer too. It really, you thought you were going to see the real, and no one will still tell you that, Wolf in the Woods. No one will say that. I was expecting to see these real trademark characters, but I got fucking knockoff brand. Instead of Nike, I got New Balance. You know, instead of Foot Locker, I got Walmart. And your mother and dad does that to us all the time, guys. They pass food off as the real shit. They'll pass drink off to you just to get away cheaper. What does the movie entertainment industry do to you? Passes shit off to you, doesn't tell you till later, makes you eat right, gets your money first, makes you eat it. They trick you, just like your mommy and daddy, with the drinks and the fucking clothes. I wasn't tricked. I told my mom, those aren't fucking Nike. You know, those aren't Reebok, that's Shaquille O'Neal. Or those are Hakeem Olajuwon, excuse me. He did make Reeboks, but those are Spalding. Those aren't Reebok. What do you think, I'm fucking stupid? So yeah, Cabin in the Woods, bullshit. Hung all the way on for this stupid shit to get to this shit. I couldn't believe it, the knockoff fucking monsters. But if you like it, great. It's free on Pluto. I'm not from USA, so I didn't see any commercials, etc. of Cabin. Oh, okay. Are you Europe? Yes. So I do have a friend of the channel. He's in Europe. Yes, Europeans are great friends of the channel. Love it. We wouldn't have America without Europe, right? Without Europeans. So let's probably sure we can trace this back to the old country. Yes. We go way back, Wolf in the Woods. I'm not from here, so I didn't see any commercials. Yes, Poland. Nice. Yes. Okay. Thanks for stopping in all the way from Poland. I'm sorry, I speak fast, you know? I try to slow it down. I speak fast. Very passionate. Thank you, Wolf. Within the Woods. He's from Poland. Nice. Hope it's not too chilly. It's getting summer, right? So I hope we can get outside. Hopefully you're outside in a picnic area right now, enjoying you know, speaking about horror movies and the comedy and maybe some nostalgia too, you know, as a kid. I don't know. But Wolf in the Woods, I don't know how old you are when you saw The Cabin in the Woods. Was that nostalgia for you, you know? It was for me too, man. And I have to be young for it to be nostalgic. No worries. All right, cool. Yes. Sweet. Yeah, you don't have to be young to be nostalgic, right? I saw this in 2011 with you, whether you were 5 or I was 20. We saw it together in 2011. We have to go back in time. That is nostalgic. So for us, it's both of us. It's a nostalgic memory, right? About 30. Okay, so yeah, we're in the same zone, kind of. I'm a little bit there ahead, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna stay in the same pace, right? I can stay with you at 30. So yeah, your Cabin in the Woods was hot damn fire, right? You're going to the theater on that one, yes? I don't know. Well, was you going to the theater to see that one, The Cabin in the Woods in 2011? Possibly, right? But it's free right now on Pluto, so Pluto TV is an app. I don't know if they have that in Europe, but if it's international. But dude, it's free. Basically, yeah, they make the movies free at some point. Nope. Okay, but yeah, but it's probably easy to get your hands on it. But if it's not out there, The Cabin in the Woods, they put this movie all over. And like you said, it got campy. Literally campy, camping in the woods. Too much campy fun for me, you know? I'm more... What movie? Oh, I'm more... Even though it's campy, what is it? A Cabin in the Woods. What is not Cabin in the Woods? A Cabin Fever. Is that the one with Eli Roth? Yes? Cabin Fever. Yes, Cabin Fever. Okay, how about the classic? Love it. John Carpenter's The Thing. Love it, love it. I love the prequel, too. I love the 2011 prequel. I believe it's 2011's The Thing prequel with Elizabeth Winstead, right? Joel Egerton. Yes, I love the prequel, and I love the original. Yeah, Cabin Fever is good, too. Number 2 with Aston, Cabin Fever, Patient Zero, bullshit, sci-fi, bull crap, channel crap. B-movies, bullshit. We're talking Cabin Fever, the original, with Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World. That's how you'll know that. And Eli Roth directed. And the remake, I have seen a little bit, but I don't like that as much as the original. So I'm going original, Cabin Fever. Yeah, both was great. I did like the remake. I held on because I wanted to see the spin they were going to put on, right? The original, you know? Isn't that weird? Like, I was going to see the, you know? I wanted to see the spins. Yeah, both was great, though. Yeah, they're fine watch. Cabin Fever for a cabin movie, I would recommend that over Evil Dead. You know, Evil Dead is the original, though, and it has a good vibe. But I would have to go with something like that to keep people watching, you know, around me. Cabin Fever. They wouldn't really be watching with Evil Dead. It's corny makeup. You know, it's really corny, campy shit at the time and now. So they wouldn't be scared. They'd be like, why are you putting this shit on right now? There's so much better shit to put on, you know? And so, yeah, both were great. Cabin Fever, yes, okay. The Thing, though, The Thing got, you know, talking about in the cabin or in the isolation. The Thing, yeah, man, I'm so obsessed with it. Had to, like, catch it on TV and video, cassette tape it, record it. Just have to find a laptop. Okay, you're good. I will give you title of horror I watched lately and love it. Okay, great, please, yeah, share some more horrors, man. Open me up, bro. I'm telling you, Wolf and Liz, thanks for joining, too, and conversating. I have, but I just, like I said, YouTube being demonetized, how the YouTube reviewers are telling these lies about movies, man, you know, telling us, they're not telling us the truth, YouTube, you know, and the movie critics and reviewers. So I'm here to try to tell the truth and then leave if I can't get money off telling the truth. But take your time, man, or whatever. You come up, I still have Cabin in the Woods up, and we are discussing The Thing because I really want to talk about the prequel. I don't understand why people don't talk about this prequel. But in The Thing, there is no comedy. Like, go back to these movies in the 80s and the 90s, right? 90s starts hitting you with some of these slapstick shit. Late 80s. Of course, right, early 80s, the Evil Woods, the Evil Dead, they hit you with slapstick shit, guys. But I don't know. It's just something about the Nightmare series that it just doesn't tickle my fancy. It just gives me nightmares, not in a scary way. And I just, you know, there's Cody Leach out there, for example. I don't know if you know him out there, but he, you know, what does he say that his ranking is on the Nightmare series? If he's such a big Freddy fan, Freddy fan, he gives his ranking on these movies the same way he does. Every other channel does, but he's a big Freddy fan. So why doesn't he, you know, give a little more leeway? Because he's afraid. He's afraid to stand his ground, you know, on his opinion. So he wants his viewers, and he doesn't want to. He wants support from the other YouTubers, right? So he doesn't want to go against their opinions and say, oh, I love Freddie and he's the best and that's that. And here's the reasons why. You know, no, Real Reviewer do that, see? He'll stand the ground and tell you the reasons why. And if you can't agree, we can't agree. Maybe tomorrow. Let's talk again. So that's what we're here to do. Rant and review and discuss. So, but thanks. 2 votes, no. The jokes don't ruin a horror movie. Undertone 2025. Okay, I'm on it. So I have it. It doesn't sound familiar, so I will have to Google. Just put into Google Undertone 2025. It says Wolf in the Woods. Okay. So I do like to go to the wiki. I don't trust any of the sites, but I'll do wiki. Wow. What the? Ooh, the scariest movie you'll ever hear. Whoa, Undertone. So to be here now is pretty special, huh? I never heard about this. Undertone, stylized. In all lowercase, is a 2025 Canadian supernatural horror film. Written and directed by Ian Toussaint. In his directorial debut, the film stars Nina Curry as Evie, a woman who hosts a paranormal podcast with her friend Justin, where she is skeptic to his believer. After Evie moves back home to become the caregiver of her dying mother, she and Justin are sent recordings of a married couple experience paranoia in their home, drawing Evie into fear and paranoia. Evie and her mother are the only characters to be shown on screen in the film. All of the characters are heard as off-screen voices, thus conveying the film's horror through its sound design. Undertone premiered at the Fantasia International Film Festival on July 27, 2025, and is theatrically released in the United States by A24. Oh, shit. That's got some atmosphere with A24, guys. We know it. Yeah, all right. A24. This thing is so damn good. A24. How come I didn't hear about this on March 13, 2026? Because I need to get paid to be doing this, like, 24/7, just investigating, reading movies. You know, I can't do it enough. That I want. By VBS Films in Canada. The film received generally positive reviews from critics and was a box office success, grossing $22 million. Wow, against a budget of only $500,000. Ooh, this could be a beautiful watch along at some point. Wow, I'm intrigued by the sound. You know, the sound aspect. It's slow paced, but I liked it. No, it's probably a good payoff or something, right? Either way, I like the innovativeness of the undertone of the sound, it being sound related. You know, I have to watch this late at night, you know, alone with headphones or something, right? Or really loud on the TV. So Undertone 2025, Wolf Within the Woods, coming at us hard, hitting us with some really innovative horror. Unfortunately, this horror here wasn't too innovative to me back in '84. Freddy Krueger. It's slow paced, but I like that. I don't mind slow paced movies. I don't mind at all. That's a movie, but I don't fall asleep during movies. I don't get disinterested to where, you know, I get pissed. You know, I'm the Real Rant Reviewer. You just, you know, see my watch-alongs. I do get pissed, and I do rant, but I stick it out. Yeah, I stick it out because I got to give it a chance. You know, I got to be fair. I can't come on here and say, well, this is what I thought of the ending, and I never saw it to the end, right? That's a problem. So, love thy enemy, right? Know thy enemy. You know, keep friends close, but the enemy's closer, right? Michael Corleone. So that's the difference of me as a reviewer. You know, I'm willing to go with the stuff I don't like and talk good things about it and try to like it. That's what we're here to do, right? Try to like things. But the thing is great, man. Great shit there. No comedy in that. I bet you an undertone here, this movie 2025, there is not one fucking comedy. There might be a little, no, there isn't. I don't feel it. I don't feel an undertone movie. There's even one bit of comedy. You know, and it's a horror movie. I do not like comedy in my horror movies. And they do ruin the movie. They take you out of the reality. It's already hard to put myself there, and I'm putting myself there, disenchanting, right? You're dissociating yourself, I'm putting myself there. I'm fantasizing, I'm there. I do it when I'm in the bathroom. I'm taking a shower, I fantasize. I'm there in this movie, right? But no, I gotta be scared. I wasn't. Okay, sorry about that. I do go AFK. I do have 2 young children I'm taking care of, 2 children. So I'm a single dad. So my ex-wife is left recently. It's a big, you know, the Real Reviewer needs to become a YouTuber. But I'm sorry, I go AFK once in a while. I have things to do, but you know, we're 70 minutes in the stream. Thank you, Wolf in the Woods, for joining the stream, and anybody else that voted. But thank you. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street remake and you know the 1994. That's gonna be the scariest. Any other movie that's bringing in comedy, there's plenty of movies I can bring into comedy that ruined it. Like, let's say Shaun of the Dead, bringing comedy into zombies. But I could say we can track it back further than that. But probably maybe The Walking Dead. But either way, we can track it. Sorry, my phone is hot. I'm at 36% charge. My phone is getting steamy. I do have to charge it. 70 minutes on the stream. We are at the end of this. I'm going to end this one. Wolf in the Woods, thanks for joining, man. And everyone else, I'm going to answer the poll question like I do at the end of every stream, live stream. Answer it, Real Viewer. Jokes and comedy, do they ruin a horror movie? Now, 100% of the audience of the Real Viewer says, no, it doesn't. We're cool with that. But Real Viewer begs to differ. His opinion is yes, jokes and comedy do ruin a horror movie for him and for everyone else involved. If you want to laugh in a movie, go see a comedy. That's why they're labeled comedies and comedic performance in comedy movies for people to go laugh at. Go walk your ass over to the next theater. If you fuck up my horror movie with comedy, you guarantee I'm going to put my foot up your ass and you're going to hear about it on the Real Viewer channel and all over YouTube. Thank you, Wolf Within the Woods, from stopping in and for chatting it up. Great conversation. Running back to see it. Thank you guys for the love and support. But like I said, I'm demonetized. You have to donate to my Cash App, Rings True with the Z, if you really want to keep me on the air and support the channel. All right, this is almost over. I'm going to be back with some more videos. I do have to think. I think we're coming back with something on Nightmare. What's the scariest? Maybe something like that or something more different. But thank you, Wolf in the Woods, and everyone else. And take